Hey y'all. Are we live? We are. I can't believe it's noon already. I'm like, yeah, I got time. I don't have time. Getting my camera set up here. Man, talk about something sneaking up on me. I really thought I had a little bit more time. There we go. Here I am. Here I am. Welcome, you guys. Sorry about that. I was already getting ready for shutting down for the evening and getting all, getting ready to wind down. Let's get my outfit ready. and I hadn't yet got ready for this. But welcome to Freedom Fridays. This is another wonderful live stream. And let me make sure I got everybody streaming here. I'm so excited to be on this live stream with you guys. Um we are winding down for the week. We are celebrating our wins and we're setting next week's schedule up for success. And that is what we do here every single Friday. So that we can be able to have a week that goes very smoothly, that doesn't have all the hiccups. I can tell you from my own experience on the weeks that I don't finish with my setting up my schedule while we're here on the call, I end up not being as productive. I end up getting to this place where I'm sitting down to do some work and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to be doing right now? A lot of things happen. My week doesn't go nearly as smoothly. So that is why we do this. We come on this live stream every week as think of it like your group workout session. It's the same thing as that because we all come together with a workout session. You all come together and you do the workout. Well, here we're all coming together every week and we're doing our planning for our week. And that is holding us accountable. It's making sure we have the resources. It's getting together with the community. It's having all of these pieces together that empower us to be able to create our schedule for next week and do it well so that we can have a really good week this next week. So I'm excited that you're here. Let me get all my windows on here so that we can listen. Everything is in different places today. I'm gonna do my best here. Okay. So yes, that is our goal for today, is to celebrate our wins, set our schedule up for success, and then wind down for the weekend. So that being said, do me a favor, if you're here in the chat, welcome. Over on Instagram, we have Learn Life with Shay, or Life Learns with Shay. Shay, I know it's you, and I'm saying your screen name totally wrong. And then we also have all Love in a Basket joined as well. Hi, you guys. Happy to see you. We've got a couple people over on YouTube that's joined as well. Hey, welcome. Happy that you're here. I still have to learn how to see everybody's screen name when they join. So just know I see you're here. I'm excited you're here. Drop me a comment in the chat. I'm looking forward to doing this with you. So while you're doing that, go ahead and start figuring out what wins, dropping in the chat. What wins are you celebrating today? Because I want to celebrate with you. I'm also just getting my cord so that I can connect to my iPad. Because evidently today I just wasn't completely prepared. So yes, drop whatever wins that you're celebrating today in the chat. And while you're doing that, let me think, what are my wins? So my wins for this week, I am celebrating that I actually took some time to really pause this week and introvert. I know getting into the mix of the week, it's really easy to feel like we just have to keep going. I actually read a meme this morning and it was like, when you feel like life is lifing, that the song from Dory came on was just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. And while I get that sentiment, I also want us, especially as Black women, to have permission to say, I'm not doing okay right now. And rather than bulldozing my way or bulldozing and pushing myself to keep going, I actually want to take a pause and ask myself, ask my body, ask my mind, ask my soul, what do I need in this moment? And so I want to state that, like, you have permission to just pause and ask yourself, what do you need? And so that's what I did this week. And I'm celebrating that. This week, I recognize that after a month of traveling, hanging out with my mom, doing things for my birthday, being in LA, I loved every single bit of that. And I was extroverted out. I was so tired, y'all. I was tired. So I needed some time to introvert, and I still need some more time. I'm planning to take all weekend and introvert. And listen, it might even go for another week because I was tapped out. So I'm celebrating that I gave myself permission to just introvert for the week and start getting to this place where I'm feeling better. I'm getting back on my schedule, and that feels really good. So that's my first celebration for the week. My second celebration, let me think. I am celebrating that this week I have the other thing that happens when I travel is I tend to get off track with making sure I drink enough water. Now, let me tell y'all, I am the worst at drinking water. There's no other way to say it. I'm the worst. So I have a system in place to help me do that. And it's this cup. This is a cup. It's called Hydrate Spark. And what I love about it is it's electronic. So there's a puck in the bottom. And every time I drink water, it tracks how much water I drink. Because here's the thing. I need things to hold me accountable. If I don't have things that hold me accountable, I will think that I have drank like 5 of these. But the truth is I only drink 5 ounces of one. So I needed this to help like keep me honest and recognizing that I actually have not been drinking enough water. So that's what helps me get back on track. So being home this week, I've been back on track, and I do this combination of watermelon juice and coconut water because coconut water is one of the most hydrating liquids in the world. I just don't like coconut water. So hey, we don't retire when we ascend. We ascend. Come on, girl. We don't retire. We ascend. I'm happy to see you come on. But yeah. So I use my cup because it helps keep me on track, and then I use my combination of coconut water and watermelon juice because it is not only the most hydrating, I actually like the flavor, and that makes me drink a lot more. So I'm very grateful that after a month of being half on and half off with my water goals that I actually am back on track. And then what's my third win for this week? Oh, I should also tell you guys, I've been trying out, my favorite planner is Sunsama, but that doesn't mean that I'm not always open to other options. And so I've been seeing this, what is it? I've been seeing this planner, Lord have mercy. It's a smart planner. It's called like Motion. I see it on Instagram a lot. Does anybody else see it? Let me know. But I see it come up a lot, and I was like, you know what? I should go ahead and try it. But in the midst of me deciding that I was going to try that one, of course, a couple other ones came up. So I tried 3 other ones, and right now I've been landing on trying this one called Flow Savvy. And it's a smart planner plus a habit tracker or a task tracker. So, I'm checking that out as well. So that's another one for this week because I'm excited to see if that's going to help me evolve how I do some of my planning. I haven't tried it all out yet, so I haven't put a link in the description. Once I try it out, I think I'm actually going to do some review videos where I talk about the benefits of Sunsama, the benefits of this other planner, and some of the other things that I tried. to see how that goes. But yeah, that's been another win for me this week. So I would love for you to share your wins down in the comments. And then while you're doing that, I want to do a special shout out to Mimi. Mimi has been one of our long-standing every week attendees at Freedom Fridays. And I know that she's had some life things lifing right now, but I want her to know that you are in my heart, friend. And that is why we're in community, so that people can think about us and send us good vibes, send us love and encouragement. So I'm glad that I got to check in with you this week, and just know that I appreciate you and that I'm praying for you and that everything settles down. So that is specifically for Mimi. Hey, Woog Knights. Glad you got a chance to join today. All right. So that being said, now it's officially time for us to move into our planning part. So if you've been over on Instagram and you've been catching up, checking in for this first part of this live, I have to let you know, like, this is where you're going to miss out. So over on YouTube, we do this in landscape, and you get to see my whole screen as we go through this exercise together. Since you can't see that on YouTube, since you can't see that on Instagram, I'm going to go ahead and close out of Instagram, and I'm going to say, make sure you head over to YouTube and finish doing the rest of the co-planning session with us over on YouTube. Okay. All right. All right, so now that I've got that all taken care of, it's just us on YouTube right now. Let me go ahead and get us set up. So remember, in case this is your first time joining me for Freedom Fridays, what we're about to do now is we're going to go through the different steps that are in the worksheet that I share with you. So that worksheet is freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. So what the next steps are is that you're going to go through and you're going to look at, okay, based on the things that you have on your schedule for this week, what things did you not finish? And how are you going to reschedule them for next week? Or how are you just going to move forward? Because you might decide that you don't want to do those things and they actually need to be removed from your list. Or maybe they are important and they do need to stay on your list and you need to move things around on your schedule. But the point is that you're going to make some decisions on how you're going to start making plans for next week. And then any other things that are just new starting in next week, you want to make sure those get on your schedule. So you're going to create this whole list of everything that needs to be scheduled first, and then we'll move on to the next step where we actually schedule. All right, so let's go ahead. All right, so clicking that here. There we go. This is on the wrong thing. Uh-oh. I'm just having all kinds of technical difficulties today, but that's okay. It's all good. Just getting my iPad connected. Okay. So while that's getting connected, if you haven't already downloaded the worksheet, you want to go ahead and download the worksheet at yourdreamstrategist.com. Now this is interesting. Why isn't it connecting today? Oh, let me see. I think I know what it is. I'm, again, having so many technical difficulties today. iPad. There we go. All right. So as you can see, I am in my planner, and what I'm getting ready to do is that I'm getting ready to look at all of the list of things that I did not accomplish for this week, and I am going to decide how I'm going to move forward in them so that I can start setting up my schedule for next week. Okay? Alrighty. Let me get the music playing, and I will see you when the timer's done. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I'll make sure that I answer them. Oop, wrong way. All right. We still have some time, so go ahead and spend that time getting through the rest of the worksheet. I'm just going to talk for a second. I'm really excited. I actually only have a couple things that I didn't finish this week. I have a new habit that I've been trying to install in my life, and let me tell you, it has been a trial and a tribulation. I have had a hard time making it happen. So I can see why that's something that I hadn't finished this week, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at having more time for it. So I hope that that encourages you. I'm saying it to let it encourage you, because even though this is a practice that I've been doing for years, adding a new system into your life is hard. Like, it takes some time. It takes figuring out when is the best time to do it, what things do you need to do it well, how much time do you actually need for it, because sometimes you feel like you need more time and you need less. Sometimes you feel like you need less time and you actually need more. So it's a lot of growing. It's a lot of growing. Okay. So I'm pretty excited that only two of these tasks, which is really just this new system that I've been creating in my life, is something that I'm still trying to figure out. So yes, that's what I'm looking at today. And as you can see, I wrote that I am going to urgently spend time on those things, because I'm hoping that if I prioritize it this week, it'll start to get a little easier. And so every week I've been prioritizing it more and more so that I can focus on really making a habit and getting it done. So yes, that is one of the things. I just wanted to point that out, because I think it's really easy sometimes to think that because somebody is a coach, or because someone is showing you a practice that they know works and they know makes your life better, that they're like perfect at it, like they never make mistakes or that they never get off. This is a lifelong skill. A lifelong skill. There are going to be days, and there are times when I'm super great at it and it is perfect. And then there's other weeks where I'm not so great. And then there's other weeks when I'm completely falling off the bandwagon. Okay. So be okay that all of those seasons happen. And, that doesn't mean you're failing or anything like that. Like, you're just a human, and it's okay to be a human. Okay. So in this last 60 seconds, go ahead and finish up getting yourself, getting your list of things that you're going to schedule all written out. All right, so let me go ahead and pause the music. Oop, I'm on to my screen on YouTube. This is now the section where we go ahead and we review our week, and then we start scheduling for next week. Of course, I got too many things. Here we go. Pause the music. There we go. All right, so the way I'm going to do this, I've moved over from my iPad over to my computer. So what you're seeing is my computer screen, and this is where I use Sunsama to start planning my week. Sunsama is my chosen daily planner at this point, because it helps me time block. It helps me track how much time I spend on different things, so that if I'm under budgeting enough time, I can see trends in that, and I can correct how much time I'm budgeting. And then it helps me make sure that my schedule, that I'm actually, clear about what needs to be done and when, and I can check those things off my list. So this is the time where you want to go ahead, regardless of whether you're using Sunsama, Google, Apple Calendar, whatever, a physical calendar, whatever calendar you want to use, this is the time where you want to start setting up your calendar right now. So go ahead and schedule those things. You have about 20 minutes to do that. I am going to be on the screen setting up my calendar as well. So if you have any questions about using Sunsama, if you have questions about, maybe it's been hard to start a new habit, let's talk about it. This is a great time for us to talk about exactly what is making it hard for you to set your schedule up for this success. And then we'll help you get through it. Let's get it done right now. Okay. All right. I'm going to put the music back on. So as I told you guys, I have been trying out a new planner. So I actually have done quite a bit of the planning in the other planner. I want to pull that up. Okay, here it is. So what's been interesting about this planner is that I can set up my routines to be in, like, to repeat at the regular time. So like I have my sun rising routine and I have my workday startup routine. So I can have those at the regular times. And then I have other routines that are pretty regular as well. So like working on my YouTube scripting. But then I can also have a to-do list. And with the to-do list, I can simply say, hey, this is when something has to be done. And then this planner will fit it in where I have time in my schedule. And the way it knows that I have time in my schedule is because I have some scheduling hours set up. So I have personal hours, I have work hours for my business, I have freelance work hours. And then I schedule when I'm setting something up. So if I click on this one, this has to be done during the work hour time that I set up for my business. So it will automatically look for available time slots and it will start to schedule things in between that. So that is why so much is already scheduled on my calendar for over the next week, because I've been using that functionality. So one of the things I haven't done yet is filled in some of the freelance things that I need to work on. So I'm gonna do that before their due dates. Interesting. Okay, so this is giving me an error to let me know, hey, you've already moved some things. Now here's what I noticed. I don't think I completely like this auto scheduling part because, for one, if I check something off, let me go back to the calendar, the schedule. So let's say I check this off. I actually checked this off way early because I already had some videos scheduled. If I check it off, it doesn't give me back that time. Like, I would think that would be something that it would auto fixed, but it doesn't. Instead, it pushed some of the things out even further. And I was like, but I have time to work on them right now. So I went and I turned off the, where is that setting? Account, I think, maybe. Nope, that's not it. So I went in here and I turned off the auto recalculate setting because it was moving things around when I didn't actually want it to move it around. And I found that extremely frustrating. So like some of these things, they were perfectly set up and now they're not. So I have to figure out how. I don't know how I'm going to manage that. But yes. So there are definitely some things that I like about this tool and some things that I'm not so sure about yet. Still trying to figure it out. But as you can see, I've got my next week already set up already scheduled. So that's actually pretty new for me. And then let me see, tonight. Adding a couple other things into my schedule. It'll probably take like I don't like that it doesn't auto save either. See, this I don't understand either. Because if it's a repeating task, but I just want to move this. And now it's gone. Yeah. See, I don't know. I don't understand that. Definitely still figuring some things out with this. I don't know what happened to it. I'm not sure how I feel about this smart schedule. I have to keep putting it on level down. Work on this first. Yes. Okay, so I need to remember. So if you're looking at my calendar and you're like, oh my gosh, this is flipping crazy. She has way too much stuff on her calendar. Please remember, I also schedule in rest. I schedule in fun. I schedule in when I'm going to cooking classes, when I'm going dancing, because I want to know what exactly I have planned for that time. And I don't want to give that time to anything else. So I want it to be blocked off. So this is not everything on the schedule is work. Some of it is my morning routine. A lot of it is my morning routine. I'm very passionate about maintaining my morning routine. So I save my mornings for myself because I am a morning person. I love to introvert in the morning. It's my time to myself. So I protect that very, very close to my heart. So that's on here. So think of this less about how much is on my schedule and recognize that my time is protected. So that means that I'm not, everybody is like, especially when you're dating, you're like, I want somebody who's flexible and spontaneous. And I'm like, gosh, I'm not that human. I'm not that human at all. I'm juggling way too many things to just be able to go do something at a drop of a hat. Now, if I know it's my personal time, like Saturday and Sunday afternoon, that's this open time is where I know I can be spontaneous, but it's spontaneous within a certain amount of time, not just spontaneous for the heck of it. So, just giving some context, I think that, yeah, spontaneity is fun, but when you're also juggling a lot of things, there's just not as much room to be spontaneous. And I'm not bothered by that. I like knowing that I have time to sleep in. I like knowing that I have time to do what's important to me and that I've scheduled it off. And I like knowing that I have scheduled time to be spontaneous. If you want to call me at that time or if somebody says on Friday, like last night I was talking to someone and he's like, well, what do you have planned this weekend? I said, well, I don't have anything planned during these times. Like, what are you thinking? What do you want to do? Okay, let's just schedule something. Then I have time set aside to fill those things in for when those things want to come up. But it's not at the drop of a hat. It's just not for me. So I hope that gives us people who are juggling a lot of things permission to say, I want to spend time with you, but this is the amount of time I have. I don't have an endless amount of time to go frolicking because I have other things that I want to accomplish, and to feel okay about that, to feel good about that, because when you're with that person, you can be fully present because there's nothing else scheduled. You don't have to worry about what else didn't get done, what else should you be working on, because you already know there's nothing else that you could be working on because you've scheduled this time to not work on it. But then if you're working on something, you know that this is the time to be focused, and that allows you to just narrow in and get it done. And I found that to be really grounding and simplifying in how I show up and get things done and when I show up and get things done. So let me know how that feels. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay. All right. You got just about 3 more minutes to finish getting your schedule set up. All right, we're coming to just the last minute and a half here. Any thoughts? Write them down. Type them in the chat. Get them in your schedule. We're setting our schedule up for success for next week. Can you tell? I mean, you might think I'm a nerd for it, but that gets me excited. Listen, because I know how much easier it makes my life for the next week. Also, too, if you have a planner that you love, I would love to try it out. I would love, please post it in the comments. Let me know what planner you use. I'm always open to finding what's going to work best for me. Right now, Sunsama is the one that works best. As you can see, I'm trying out another app today, but yeah, let me know. All right, so we just finished up our time of setting up our schedule in our calendar, because that is the key. Let's not just have a mental list of things that we need to do. Let's actually make a to-do list and actually set up our calendar, the scheduled time for those tasks that we need to do in our calendar so we get them done. And that's how we actually set our week up for success. So now that we have that done, we're starting to move into wind down. Can I get a drum roll? Here, I can get a party noise. Yeah, we're moving into wind down. Y'all might think I'm crazy. I'm excited about trying different things here. But yes, so the first thing that we want to do as we're starting to wind down is we want to think about what are the things or what are the windows that we might be able to close for the week. So every week, this is literally me practicing letting go. I can close down my computer and the world is not going to end. Things are not going to fall apart. All of the things that I thought that I was going to lose track of, let me tell you, I wasn't even working on them anyway. So I've been practicing closing windows, and I actually even started yesterday. I was like, close this window, close that window, because not only do I have multiple windows open, I have multiple tabs in the multiple windows. So if you're like me, I hope that you take some time and start closing down tabs, closing down windows, because I can tell you from personal experience, when you do that, it's like it physically allows more space in your mind because you're closing. Not so many things are running in the background. It's like your body can feel that. Your energy knows when you're doing that. So allow yourself the space to do that as well. All right, so I've got some things that I'm going to be closing down in my windows. The next thing is, as you're winding down today, what is the fun thing that you're going to eat? How are you signaling to your body, to your mind, to your soul that you are winding down and stepping out of work mode from this week and into rest mode for this weekend? So for me, I was thinking, you know what? I haven't had kava in a while, and I love kava. It's a Mediterranean, it's a chain, but I haven't seen a chain all over, but I love the Mediterranean food, and I love the pita chips. So I'm going to go to kava today. And that's actually where I'm going to finish up the afternoon with some work. And then after that, remember that the next thing that we're going to do and wind down is that you want to do something that feels different than usual. So how do you want to wind down your week? This week, I'm going over to my family's house. I'm going to hang out with my goddaughters. We're going to watch a movie. So Wish just came out on Disney Plus. I don't know if anybody else loves Disney Plus as much as I do. I literally watch everything on Disney Plus. And now that Hulu's on there on Disney Plus, I'm watching some more Hulu stuff too. But so yes, I am going to watch this movie that came out on Disney Plus. It's called Wish. I didn't get to see it in the movie theaters. And it's animated, and my goddaughters, I'm sure, are going to love it. Hopefully I'm getting to them before they've watched it so that we can all watch it for the first time together. So that's what I'm doing this evening for my fun activity. So yes, what are you doing for fun this evening? What are you getting excited about over the weekend? Let me know in the comments. So this session is all about helping you celebrate your wins, because it's too often that we just get on this cycle of doing and doing and doing rather than actually pausing to recognize how much we accomplished. So first, I want this session is all about pausing to recognize how much you've accomplished and then celebrating it. And then next, we are setting up our schedule for next week, because we know that when we come into the week with a schedule, we know what's most important. We know our priorities for those days and when we need to show up and what we need to do when we show up, so that it keeps us out of decision fatigue. And that makes it so much easier to just get things done. Let me tell you, it simplifies it so much. I feel such a difference when I actually take this time and do this. And then the third thing we do is that we wind down for the week. So we start actually saying, you know what? I'm closing windows. I'm moving forward into this relaxing part of my week. And so that's what we do. So I'm so glad that you got a chance to join us today. If this is your first time, let me know in the comments. I'd love to welcome you. Also, if you've been consistently coming, then I want to make sure you know this is a segmented part of everything that we do in a bigger program that I have called Meant for More. And that program is all about you really shifting your lifestyle to create work-life balance and live lifestyle freedom in a way that feels good for you. Because a lot of us, especially me, I've been a workaholic since I was 12 years old. I was taught how to work. It was encouraged in me to work hard, to be that strong Black woman my whole life. And then I realized it was burning me out. And I decided I don't want that anymore. But I also needed help shifting my life, because it had become so ingrained in me that I had to make some intentional shifts in order to move away from that. So as I learned how to do that, let me tell you, it was hard. I had to fumble through. I made a lot of mistakes, but I came to the other side. And so I know that and I have worked with so many other people, Black women, who are making that shift as well. And so I created this program Meant for More, so that it's a lot easier, that you don't have to figure it out like I did, that you can have a streamlined process that's going to help you move from work being the goal to making work the tool. Like, work should only be the tool for you to live your best life. And this program helps you make that shift. So if that sounds interesting to you, I would love for you to check out my webinar, because in the webinar, I'm going to spill the tea. I'm going to let you know exactly all the 4 things that I do that helps you make that shift. Like right there on the call, like right there on the webinar. Like you don't even have to work with me to make this shift. I'm so passionate about seeing people make this shift that I want you to know right here, right now, what I had to do so that you don't have to fumble through it. So that webinar is called How to Work Less and Live More Without Waiting to Retire or Waiting to Become a Millionaire. Because that might not happen anytime soon, but you can start learning how to work less and live more right now. You can have work-life balance right now. You can have lifestyle freedom right now. And this webinar is going to show you how I do that. So the webinar is at webinar.yourdreamstrategist.com. It's completely free. You just sign up, and then I'm going to email you the details and share everything that you need. And here's let me say, I say everything, but there were 4 main things that I needed to be able to make this shift. And this webinar is going to walk you through what those 4 main things were and how I made them work. So I would love for you to go ahead and head to that website. It's going to be down in the description. for you to go ahead and check that webinar out. Again, it's webinar.yourdreamstrategist.com. Okay, you guys, I feel like we finally got a method to our madness with this Freedom Fridays. I'm so honored every Friday that you come and spend this time with me. It's a great time for you to be able to set your week up for success, but I hope that you're also making some friends, and I hope that you connect with me as well. It's really great. It's a really great opportunity for all of us like-minded people to come together. So I just want to thank you for coming every single week. I enjoy you, or coming on the replay. I know not everybody can join at this time, but I thank you for participating. So I hope you have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, a great wind down, and that I'll see you next week here on YouTube Live, or wherever you're watching me live, because you could be watching me on Facebook or LinkedIn as well. I'll see you next week, and we'll do it again. All right. Have a great evening.